Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Breaking news out of Shoshone County, Idaho. The sheriff's office is investigating 3 separate deaths that happened on Saturday. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. Deputies found an elderly woman dead in her home in the Big Creek area, and then an unidentified person was found dead in a camper which caught fire in the Kingston area. Shortly after that, over in the rugged terrain area of southeast Smelterville, an adult man was found, and this was in response to an attempt to locate on a prior welfare check. Sheriff's deputies spent 9 hours hiking in and hiking out of the location before the person was found. No names are being released at this time. And we'll transition now to Moscow, Idaho, where for nearly 2 months, the murders of 4 U of I students put an emotional strain on many students on campus. And with the suspect now in custody, the campus is filled with hope and the feeling of a fresh start as students moved back into their rooms for the spring semester early this afternoon. Peter Choi spoke to some of those students moving back in. He joins us now with how they feel about coming back now that an arrest has been made.
Feeling relieved after seeing Bryan Kohberger arrested is what many University of Idaho students who are returning to campus after Christmas break tell me today. And they say they're confident with the police investigation and feel much safer being back on campus.
It was a quiet and peaceful moving day on University of Idaho campus, where many students and parents busy unloading belongings from cars.
It's a shock that somebody could do something like that. Did live 20 minutes away.
One of the students, sophomore Ryder Pasley, says hearing the news about Bryan Kohberger behind bars was a huge relief for him and his family.
When I heard the news, I was sitting around I sit around the living room with my family, watching the report about it, and we all kind of looked at each other and were like, well, they got somebody who they think did it. And I breathe a sigh of relief. I'm pretty sure that my mom did the same thing.
He says many of classmates came back to campus this semester.
It definitely seems like a different place.
The safety remains top priority this year for him.
I'm hanging out with some more people, definitely staying in groups.
As the murder investigation continues, students and parents say they trust school security measures for students.
Walking around this morning, I had my dogs with me. I took them on a walk, and there was security a lot of places, so I felt comfortable just walking around here.
I'm pretty sure that the university would not try and endanger its students. I'm pretty sure that the police are looking out for us, at least in this case, with the best that they can. I'm pretty sure that everybody is doing their best to be able to keep us safe.
Spring classes are set to begin on Wednesday, with excitement of returning to normality.
More like, oh, there's a resolution to this. We get an end to the whole story.
In Moscow tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Certainly, hopefully, they can return to a sense of normalcy with the man behind bars now. In the meantime, the family of Kaylee Gonsalves sat in the front row of that courtroom Thursday morning in support of their daughter as Kohberger was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. Steve Gonsalves says it was an emotional and uncomfortable time, but he's making it a point to be there. He also says it was a powerful moment when Judge Marshall charged Kohberger in Kaylee's murder. And from the moment Kohberger walked into that room, Gonsalves was locked in on him, wishing for just a moment of eye contact with his daughter's suspected killer.
Your eyes are the entry point to your soul. And I want to look into his soul and see what's there. And he didn't give that opportunity. So maybe one day.
Gonsalves later delivered a message to Kohberger's parents saying, quote, "I have no ill will towards you. You have a baby, you have a family, you have these kids. You did the best that you could." And you can find our complete coverage on the Moscow murder case on KXLY.com. And the case is still far from over, just in the early stages here, and there are still many unanswered questions. It's still not known if there was a connection between Kohberger and these victims, and law enforcement have not identified a motive. So investigators are asking anyone who knows Kohberger to contact their tip line. The email address and number are right here on your screen. And after all that, we'll take a live look over downtown Spokane. It rained a lot of the day, but it looks like things are starting to calm down a little bit outside. We'll kick it over to Matt Gray. Matt, what can you tell us as we come to the end of a weekend here?
All right, so the rain's starting to pull out here now, this latest round of rain, but there is more on the way as we head into a brand new week here in the Inland Northwest. Still some rain around Kootenai County. Expect a couple more hours of this as the rain continues to push off towards Montana. Same with northeastern Washington, the North Idaho Panhandle, and north central Idaho as well. Still seeing a few sprinkles all the way down south towards the Camas Prairie on this wide view. Let's go even wider, and we'll show you where the next storm is. California keeps getting hammered by these storms. We're going to see kind of the upper end of this one. It is going to bring some more moisture and some more rain as we head into Monday. But that is going to be coming later in the day, and so overnight, expect temperatures in the 30s, and we'll actually see a little bit of clearing as far as skies go. Already starting to see some fog across central Washington, so we'll likely see some patchy fog as we get our morning started as well, with temperatures right around freezing within a degree or 3 as we are getting up in the morning and getting our brand new day started. 4 things you got to know. There will be a couple of areas of spotty rain for tonight. We'll have that dry start to Monday. The rain starts up, though, in the afternoon, and we have a chance for some areas to see a little bit of snow mixed in with that rain before that next storm gets out of here tomorrow night. We'll show you where that will be and the rest of the week as well coming up.
We're looking forward to it, Matt. Thanks for that. And the United States House of Representatives has a new speaker, but it didn't come without several rounds of votes. Ahead, Kevin McCarthy's bid for the gavel. And almost a week after the Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field, his team returned to face off against the Patriots while Hamlin makes remarkable improvement. And many across the country are kicking alcohol this month. The lasting benefits of that coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so you can still save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 4 years, no interest. Say goodbye to tired designs, and hello to killer new looks. Hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
You heard what the doctor said, right, Dad? These pain meds, they're no joke. And this? It's an opioid. They can be very addictive.
But I need my strong pain medicine.
I know, Dad, I understand. Just make sure you only take what the pharmacist said. And keep it in this locking bag from the pharmacy so it's away from the kids.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'll put this in the locking bag.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Protect the people you love from opioid misuse. Lock up your medication.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Chances when you push and break your limits. Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
The 35th Annual Inland Northwest RV Show is back. The Multi-Dealer Show at the Spokane Fairgrounds, January 19th through 22nd. Beat the rush in preview units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake in North Spokane. Every RV at R&R RV is show priced. Reserve yours before the Multi-Dealer Show, January 19th through 22nd at the Fairgrounds. R&R RV, your RV superstore. Visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake and North Spokane or shop now at rnrrv.com.
The New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. So there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Firm for only $279.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Nearly a week after NFL star Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field in cardiac arrest, the Buffalo Bills returned to the field Sunday to face off against the New England Patriots. And since Hamlin's collapse on the field Monday night, the 24-year-old has made remarkable improvement as the team pays tribute. Gloria Pazmino has the latest.
Hey, they always say don't play for the name on the back, you play for the name on the front. It's pretty special to play for that number on the front, too. All right, go get one done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Buffalo Bills back on the field Sunday, honoring Damar Hamlin and the medical staff who helped save his life.
Please rise and show your support as only Bills Mafia can.
It has been a remarkable recovery for Hamlin, who collapsed Monday night after suffering cardiac arrest. Since the terrifying ordeal, Hamlin is now breathing on his own. Doctors say the player's neurological function is intact, but he remains in critical condition. On Friday, Hamlin surprised the team with a FaceTime call.
It was a little bit hard to hear, but he, as you'd imagine, he said, I love you, boys.
Sunday, Hamlin posted a heartfelt message on social media saying, "It's game day, and there is nothing I want more than to be running out that tunnel with my brothers." Bills quarterback Josh Allen, along with several other players, entered the stadium wearing shirts with the number 3 in a show of love and support for their teammate. Outside the Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, a celebration where team rivalry gave way to the unifying power of sports.
No matter what team you're with, we love each other.
Yes, we do. We came together as a whole.
Yep.
And that's what mattered.
I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
Well, after a historic 15 rounds of voting, 4 days of ballots, the House has a new speaker. Early Saturday, Congressman Kevin McCarthy secured enough Republican support to become the House Speaker. McCarthy received 216 votes in favor of his bid, with 6 Republicans voting present. His success led to a standing ovation from fellow GOP lawmakers, as well as hugs and requests for him to sign their vote cards. Saturday's vote ends a chaotic week that saw 14 failed attempts to get 218 GOP lawmakers to coalesce around McCarthy's bid for the gavel. With a new speaker chosen, the House can finally swear in new members, kick off the new Congress, and proceed with the rest of its business. Well, tens of thousands of people across the country are now into the first week of dry January, and that's where you abstain from drinking alcohol for the month. And researchers say there's a lot of evidence that cutting out alcohol, even for just a month, can have benefits that last well into the year. The Washington Post reported one study found in BMJ Open, which found that people who stopped drinking alcohol for a month saw significantly improved metabolism. Those people also shed about 4.5 pounds, had lower blood pressure, and a substantial reduction in levels of insulin resistance. Researchers also found that months later, people who didn't drink in January were drinking less alcohol in general, as compared to people who didn't participate. Medical professionals also say taking a break from alcohol can help you sleep better, elevate your mood and energy levels, which can reinforce the habit. And take a look at this video out of Northern California. Trees toppled onto cars as 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts just blew through the Sacramento area. Boy, sure are glad that we're not seeing any of that over here in our region, Matt. Just a little bit of rain at this point.
Yeah, just a little bit of rain, and certainly California, folks down there keep getting hammered storm after storm after storm, and those cumulative effects likely to lead to some more flooding as we get into this week. Nothing for us to worry about like that here, but we are keeping an eye on some of the highway cameras. Though still raining in many parts of Kootenai County, as you can see on the Highway 95 and Hanley Avenue camera. And also starting to see the raindrops getting a little bit thicker here in Sandpoint on this side of the screen. That's because our temperature in Sandpoint's dropped down to about 32. So I would imagine we are starting to begin a transition, if we haven't already, towards at least a little bit of a rain-snow mix before the rain stops later on tonight, or rather the precipitation stops later on tonight. 32 as well in Colville. So we'll be watching for that as well. Most of us, though, staying above freezing as this point in the evening. You can see the showers basically stretching from Omak over into the North Idaho Panhandle and then south through much of North Idaho. All of this over the next 2 to 3 hours is slowly going to push its way out of the region. And that brings us to tomorrow. In the morning, should be fairly quiet, but we have that next storm on the way. And so by the afternoon, it's going to be rainy. By the evening, we're seeing more rain and perhaps could even flip over to a little bit of a rain-snow mix again during that time. But for the afternoon, it's all going to be rain. Temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. Definitely a rain situation, with the exception, perhaps, of the Methow Valley and our mountain passes. So here's how things are looking as we head towards 9 a.m. I expect the morning drive to be fairly easy. Cascade Pass is going to be seeing some pretty snowy conditions, however, during this time. Here comes the rain. Lunchtime, you want to have those raincoats and umbrellas ready. And it's going to be sticking around here for a little bit. That snow falling up in the mountains. As we get into the evening commute, or perhaps 2 or 3 hours later than that, just kind of depends on how fast this moves along. We'll start to see things begin to improve here, but also that snow level is going to start to drop a little bit. So we may see a few snowflakes mixed in with the rain before this storm is all done. We'll get set for a drier day on Tuesday. Could see a slushy inch out of this tomorrow night around Sandpoint into the Bonners Ferry area. Methow Valley going to pick up a little bit of snow as well. And places like Spirit Lake, Mount Spokane, and out on the West Plains as you drive out towards Reardon, also a chance for a little bit of that slushiness. Pass conditions, look out in 4th of July Pass, in and out of Shoshone County and over to western Montana. It's not going to be a fun afternoon as the heavy snow falls in those high elevation crossings of the mountains. It's going to be much nicer on Tuesday, 40 degrees, but also a little bit foggy in the morning after all that moisture. Our next system after the one tomorrow comes on Thursday. That'll be mostly rain, and then we'll calm down and stay warm for the weekend.
Looking forward to that next weekend, Matt. Thanks for that. And in this week's Air 4 Adventure, we're giving you a bird's eye view of a dam that's been generating power for cities in Washington for decades. Here's a look at the far north Pend Oreilly County and Boundary Dam.
We're at Boundary Dam by Medellin Falls in Pend Oreilly County. Boundary was built in the 60s. It took 4 years to build. Started generating September the 1st of 67. The dam was put on here to provide hydroelectric power for the city of Seattle. Right now it's providing about 54% of the generation that city of Seattle has. Right now we're putting about 117,000 cubic feet per second, over the spillways and through the plant. The best view, I think, is by going up towards Canada to the border, and you come up to the Vista House up on the hill up there, and there's a nice little platform there. A great place to get a good view of the spill. The Vista House itself has some displays inside of it. Could tell a little bit about the history. Seasonal, it's open between Memorial Day and Labor Day. It is spectacular. A lot of power in that water.
Some spectacular views from Pend Oreilly County. Thanks for that. And Washington State football has found its new defensive coordinator, and he has Spokane ties. That story and more coming up in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Coming in 4 days, it's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. There'll be amazing RV discounts and a huge selection of units for a variety of traveling experiences. And now for the first time featuring tiny homes, tons of vendors, and free admission. It's the National RV Show, the 12th through the 16th.
January is Plinko Money Drop Month, and we're giving more people a chance to win more money. You can qualify all month long to win. We're making it rain cold, hard cash, baby. We'll also have lunch and dinner specials, spa specials, and room rate specials. Midweek rooms at the Kootenai Falls Lodge are $79. Weekends are $99. The only way to win at Plinko Money Drop is to play Plinko Money Drop. So call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
4 News Now is learning more about the murders in Moscow.
Court documents reveal disturbing details about what happened the night 4 U of I students were killed.
Download the 4 News Now app for updates and join us for breaking details Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
This year, treat yourself to a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. We've got lots of great choices, and every vehicle sold comes with Toyota Care, so you can get a new reliable vehicle in 2023 from Findlay.
Are you looking for an endless supply of hot water to your house? Are you looking for a more efficient and cost-saving hot water source? Then call Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning today for a new tankless or tank system. Now offering next-day installations and factory direct savings for our customers. Oh, and did I mention? Avista customers are also eligible for a high-efficiency rebate. Call Bill's Heating and Air today for your free quote.
We all have to-do lists that can be a mile long, especially when we're short on time.
Come to Kerner Furniture during our January clearance sale and check some items off.
Do you need to find the best place to binge that show or finally read that book? Check.
The perfect venue for family game night. Check.
While you are here, check out our great selection on everything from bedroom sets to coffee tables, all at low January clearance sale prices.
Great selection and low prices. Check.
Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale, going on now.
Coming in 4 days, it's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. There'll be amazing RV discounts and a huge selection of units for a variety of traveling experiences. And now for the first time featuring tiny homes, tons of vendors, and free admission. It's the National RV Show, the 12th through the 16th.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minenson. The Seattle Seahawks were in need of some serious help if they wanted to get to the playoffs. Seattle had to win and hope the Green Bay Packers lose or tie against the Detroit Lions tonight. That game's going on right now, but first things first, Seattle had to take care of those LA Rams, and early on, well, didn't look too good for the Seahawks. LA with the ball in the red zone. Tutu Atwell turns the corner and turns on the afterburners. Atwell finds the end zone. Seattle trailed 13-6 at halftime. Seattle quarterback Geno Smith, though, came out in the second half swinging. Smith lines up the offense here, drops back, launches one up and drops it into Tyler Lockett for the touchdown. Perfect throw. Smith also set the single-season franchise record in passing yards for the Seahawks as we are tied. Now, final seconds of regulation. Game still tied. Jason Myers on to win it for Seattle, but Myers' kick bounces off the upright. No good. As we take another look at that one, missed it by just inches. Now we're going into overtime after that one. Now in the OT, it'll be Rams with the ball, and Rams quarterback Baker Mayfield, he'll have the offense trying to get something going for LA. He's going to be going for it all, but check this out right here. The defensive play. Quandre Diggs comes out of nowhere with the interception. Diggs celebrates, and his teammates are loving it. Now Seattle would get back into field goal range. Myers with another chance, but this time he makes it count. Seattle keeps its playoff hopes alive. 19-16 is the final. Now the Seahawks need the Green Bay Packers to lose or tie against the Detroit Lions to clinch a playoff spot, as I mentioned at the top of the show here. Green Bay leads Detroit 9-3 in the second quarter. Of course, we'll keep you updated right here on 4 News Now. According to ESPN's Pete Thamel, Washington State football is finalizing a deal to hire Jeff Schmedding as its new defensive coordinator. Schmedding is a Spokane native and graduated from Eastern Washington, where he spent time as a grad assistant and defensive coordinator. Schmedding helped the Eagles to an FCS championship in 2010. Schmedding also served as the defensive coordinator for Boise State and most recently Auburn. Rivalry games are always special, but today's Washington State-Washington matchup in girls basketball meant a little bit more for the Cougars. Washington State welcomed back its star player, Charlize Ledger-Walker. Ledger-Walker missed the last 2 games after dealing with a personal family issue in her home country of New Zealand. Ledger-Walker returned for the women's basketball team in Washington State, and she returned in a big way. She got the Cougs ball movement going there in the first half, with Eula Motuga going for 2 right there. Then Ledger-Walker scores again. She had a quiet first half, but 22 of her 26 points came in the second half. She knocks down the 3 right there. Ledger-Walker's teammates are loving it, and after losing to the Huskies earlier this season, Washington State gets sweet revenge. 66-52 is the final. 26 points led all scores for Ledger-Walker and the Cougars, and it's their first win in conference play, and Ledger-Walker's happy to be back.
It was really nice to see that everyone was still together, staying positive, and when I got back in the gym, it was easy transition just to slot right back in and help, obviously, where I can.
I think it's a good sign for us just to get her in that zone, and clearly her shooting the three as well as she is, so you have to guard that. It's a really good sign that we're going to, I think consistently she can put up these kinds of numbers.
Washington State will look to keep the winning streak going on the road against Oregon State. That one is set for 7 o'clock on Friday night. That'll do it for sports.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor. Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,250 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Your TV shows change. Your TV bills don't have to. Get the same bill every month for 3 years.
Dad.
The 3-year TV price guarantee, only from Dish. Tuned into you.
Dad?
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
The new year is here, so it's time to make 2023 the best it can be by joining the #1 voted gyms, Move Fitness.
Take a motivating, fun class. Go for a swim in the pool. Work out on the best equipment in the region, or sign up for a new training session to get started.
Whatever your New Year's resolutions are, we have the equipment, staff, and facilities to get the job done.
Don't delay and get started today at Move Fitness.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year, with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
We already know Washington State is dead last, 50th out of 50 states in available housing supply. The good news is Olympia leadership can turn this around. Here's 3 common sense reforms we need from legislators. Allow more housing types like duplexes, triplexes, and condominiums. Increase density near transit centers. Cut through red tape limiting new construction. Join our Welcome Home Coalition. We can act to welcome more families home.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Well, before we say goodnight, let's take another peek at the radar. Still some showers hanging around, especially across North Idaho. Over the next few hours, we'll watch them fade away. We have more rain on the way for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So basically, we're just repeating tomorrow as the next storm comes in. A chance for a little bit of snow to mix in there right at the very end. Looking pretty foggy on Tuesday, and then some more rain for Thursday. But overall, considering what we started off the winter as, it was so cold and it was snowy, this has been quite a change. It is muddy and messy and seeing lots of 40s. So we'll see how long this goes, but let's enjoy it while we got it.
Yeah, I'll take mud over ice any day. I don't know about you guys. Yeah. A little bit nicer out there, but yeah, hey, 45, close to 50. Feels like spring already.
Oh, no.
Compared to what we started with.
Oh, no, let's not start that already.
Grab the shorts. Yeah. Hey, that's going to do it from us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at Nightside.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.